Hey everyone, Summer here. I am back for week number 4. It is the weekly tarot for your creative art. And I have switched decks to Shadowscapes. Can you believe this is the 4th week already of this session? Well, I guess this section of my channel. I think I'm going to continue doing them because I really do like doing them. But I switched decks because the Garden Dragon version was a little too kid-friendly. So I thought Shadowscapes would be much better. All right, so we're going to pull 2 cards for this coming week's creativity. Now, if you're new to my channel and you're new to this series on my channel, I pull 2 cards every single Sunday, and you can apply those 2 cards, and I show you how to apply them to your creativity. It can be your creativity in writing, it can be poetry, it can be pottery, it can be drawing, clay art, sculpting, crocheting. If you are a food artist, it can even apply to food. If, I mean, whatever you think your art form is, it can apply to it. And I'll just show you how in a general sense. And then, oops, there's one. And then you have to figure out, you know, how you want to do it. And I'd love to hear about it in the comments, to be perfectly honest. All right, one more card, guys, for this coming week. What are we going to do with our creativity? I think they want us to have this one. All right. Oh. Okay. Not prepared. Sorry. I had to grab the book. Sorry about that. Little section there. I will do some intuitive reading for this, but then I'm also going to look at the book afterwards and kind of give an overall, you know, that kind of thing. Just because this is a regular tarot deck and it's not one I'm used to using creativity wise. Like, I do it for myself, but in a different way. So here's what we have. The very first one, interesting, is the Chariot. And let's see if we can get something pretty going on. Look at the art in this. Now, the Chariot usually represents, you know, movement, forward movement, going somewhere, traveling, you know, those kinds of things, particularly in life. And it could be meaning in your creativity. Now, the specifics of the card is one thing, but then in order to use it in your creativity, you can use things like the coloring. Look at the coloring in his outfit, or the coloring that's along this bottom here in the purples and whites, or even the coloring in the turtles. There's even some blue in here, just depending on how it shines on there. Even white and grays are perfect. You know, the lavender colors, like the light lilac colors and the light pink colors. So maybe your work needs some pastel in it. There's also the clouds back here. Maybe you need to make a cloud or a castle, or look at these horses. They are, I guess, kind of a representation of a unicorn. Look at those horns on those horses. Are they fabulous in the necks? It's not like your normal everyday horse, right? And if you look at the Chariot, you can take the design of the Chariot and add it to a sculpted piece or a drawing piece. I mean, maybe that's an ear for a creature. Or, you know, maybe one of your pieces needs a turtle added to it. Or maybe you just need a castle that's designed in turtle form. There's so many things you can do with a picture's worth 1,000 words, and there's just so much you can do with that. All right, here's the second one. We got the Hermit. So we got 2 big major cards, right? Now, the Hermit is definitely a retrospective card. It's definitely all about, you know, looking inward and spending some time with yourself. And maybe you just need to spend some self-time with your art, like internally, so you can kind of think about what you want to do and get some new ideas, you know, via your internal stuff, I guess. All right, so look at the Hermit here. He is a pretty card. Let me see if I can get him. There we go. So up here you can see like this star spiral. That could be a really cool design if you're drawing. Here's the lantern. I really like it because it's so whimsical. Now, if you're creating for, you know, if you're, say you're writing a poem, could you imagine writing a poem about this card? What would you say? I mean, would you talk about the light, or would you talk about this circle here? Like, look at that circle there, this circle here, the swirls that are in the card, and even more circles. So all of those circles can mean something, right? It's like a never-ending cycle, right? And then you have the colors, of course. Lots of purples. You have the yellows, which are pretty apparent in this card. The purples are much darker than in the other card, and you got some birds down here. So what would this card say to you if you were writing, or, you know, if it was a character in one of your books? If you were writing poetry about it, what kind of words would you use to put this into a poem? If you're crocheting, maybe circles, maybe a circle pattern needs to be in your crocheted art. If you're cooking, maybe you need to make some dishes that are yellow, or maybe they can include bananas. Or let's see, what else is in here? Circles. What are circled food? Cookies? Ooh, yummy. I like cookies. You can make purple cookies. You can dye them purple. What else can you do? You can make wings out of cookies too, right? And we are coming up on holiday season, so this coming up Thanksgiving, maybe you need some purple cookies. I don't know. Sounds great to me. All right. Soup would be another good one, food-wise. And if you're going to use, you know, food in this one right here, I mean, those unicorn horns, you can make unicorn horns with cookies, right? I think you can. I don't know how well it would work out, but somebody should try it. I can't cook. Somebody should try it for me. All right, you guys have a fantastic week. I really would like to know what you guys make this week. So if you make anything that has anything to do with these cards, please let me know in the comments, and I appreciate you guys watching. You guys have a fabulous day.